This is Bart's first time meeting his grandma.
You owe me years of back presents. You owe me $22,000.
Bart usually only scored single-digit marks in math, but when it came to things like this, he was as smart as a genius. Grandma and Lisa sat by the door chatting. While Homer walked on his hands, he wanted to do all the things he hadn't been able to do as a kid. But just then, Grandma saw police cars on the street and suddenly became extremely flustered. Lisa sensed something was wrong. She called Bart down to the basement and said Grandma must be hiding a secret from them. Bart felt the same way, because he had found a bunch of different IDs in Grandma's bag. Marge also had concerns. Homer's mom had left home without rhyme or reason 25 years ago. Wasn't Homer afraid of being abandoned again? The whole family gathered around with questions, pressing Grandma to tell them what had happened in the past. It turned out that many years ago, there was a terrible villain named Burns in Springfield who had built an evil virus laboratory. Hippies protested one after another, but it was completely useless against Burns. So the clever hippies decided to fight fire with fire and created an antivirus virus. After this spray was released in Burns' laboratory, all other viruses were completely inactivated. At that time, Wig Gum was just a security guard at the laboratory. After inhaling the antivirus spray, he suddenly found that his asthma, which had plagued him for years, was cured. Burns rushed over in a hurry, but ran into the hippies at the door and was almost trampled unconscious. Back then, Homer's mom kindly turned around to help him up, but it was precisely because of this that she revealed her appearance. As a result, she had to take all the blame for the entire incident. With Burns' power, he would definitely have her sentenced to a heavy punishment, so she had no choice but to leave secretly first, constantly changing her identity and hiding everywhere. Homer complained that his mom hadn't contacted him for years, but she said she had sent Homer a gift every week. Homer went to the post office to ask about it, and sure enough, there was a big package waiting for him. The reason it had never been delivered was that the Simpson family hadn't given the mail carrier a Christmas tip, so no one had been willing to deliver their mail since then. By coincidence, Burns also came to the post office to send something, and he thought the woman at the door looked very familiar. At that moment, Grandma was teaching Lisa to sing at home when the doorbell suddenly rang, but the visitor wasn't the police, it was Abe. In comparison, Abe and Grandma didn't look like they were even the same age at all. The family, who hadn't seen each other in years, finally reunited, but Homer received a phone call saying the police would be there soon. Soon, the police broke down the door, only to find that the person they were supposed to arrest was no longer there. Homer had already taken his mom and left Springfield. He made a call from the side of the road to thank the person who had tipped them off.
Just think of me as an anonymous friend who rose through the ranks of the Springfield police to become Chief Clancy Wig.
Soon, a hippie band came to pick up Grandma. Their reunion after so many years was so hasty. Mother and son held hands and stared at each other for a long time.